Vikings, warriors of the seas. Vikings are known as brave sailors and warriors who emerged from Scandinavia between the 8th and 11th centuries. Hailing from what is now Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, they gained great fame through their raids on European coasts. However, Vikings were not just raiders, they were also traders, farmers, and explorers. Vikings are often recognized for their longships. These ships were not only suitable for warfare, but also for transporting them to new lands and engaging in trade. Vikings explored a vast area from Scandinavia to the British Isles, Iceland, Greenland, and even North America. They reached the North American shores, which they named Vinland, about 500 years before Columbus. The social structure of the Vikings was also notable. At the top were kings and nobles, followed by warriors, farmers, and artisans. Vikings were brave in battle and disciplined in daily life. Their belief system was a type of polytheism with a strong connection to nature. Gods like Thor, Odin, and Freya were among the most well-known deities. These gods had a significant impact on Viking life, as war and death were considered honorable ends in Viking mythology. Although Viking raids created fear and terror across various parts of Europe, these raids were actually part of the expanding trade networks of the Vikings. Resources such as furs, iron, and timber from Scandinavia were exchanged for luxury goods and spices from the Mediterranean. Vikings also settled and integrated with local populations, leaving lasting marks in various regions of Europe. For example, people of Viking descent in Normandy later conquered part of France and became known as the Normans. The written history of the Vikings is less extensive. Thus, much of what we know about them is based on archaeological findings. Buried ships, graves, and stone monuments are key evidence that sheds light on Viking culture. Places like the Sutton Hoo burial site or the Oseberg ship burial demonstrate how the Vikings buried their dead with great pomp and reflect their worldview. The Viking era began to decline in the 11th century. The main reasons were the development of defensive systems in Europe and the Viking society's conversion to Christianity. The Vikings had become not only warriors, but also settled communities focused more on agriculture and trade. This transformation ensured the lasting impact of the Vikings on European history, portraying them as not just raiders, but also settlers and civilization builders. In conclusion, while Vikings may have gained fame as a warrior society, they were in reality a much more complex people. Vikings made a significant mark on European history, not only through conquests and raids, but also through cultural interactions and explorations. Today, their legacy remains visible across many parts of Europe, and the Viking saga continues to thrive in popular culture and academic research.